What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA and MLB plays in today's video. Yesterday, we went 3-0 in yesterday's video, as well as a sweep over in the DubClub. So looking to stay cashing with some more winners in today's video. Like I said, we absolutely crushed yesterday, looking to keep it building with some more winners today. I have 3 plays for you guys in this video since you hit the like goal yesterday. If this video here gets to 175 likes, I will drop a 3rd play tomorrow's video also. While you're down and leaving a like, you may as well subscribe to the channel also since you're already down there. Before we get to these free plays, don't miss out on joining the DubClub if you have not already checked it out. If you use the link down in my description, there will be a banner that pops up on the bottom of your screen giving away a special offer. There's only a couple spots left, so watch this video here, click on the link, and go ahead and join the DubClub with that special offer because like I said, it's limited spots. Only a couple remain, but with the DubClub, you get access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone, and you get access to the Discord. In the Discord, you get access to my correlation slips, which, by the way, we have hit plenty of slips lately. We've hit 3 slips in the last 3 days here. A 9x Tiger slip. We cashed a 19x Royals slip, as well as a 22x Dodgers slip, all in the last 3 days. You'll see access to my contributors plays from Elo, Emo, and Asmies. Elo has been crushing it with soccer time and time again. His slips for today, or his plays for today in soccer, are already crushing it. He is 4-1 so far on Demons and crushing his main plays. Like, you can just see how much green he's been posting here. You can see all the love he gets too. Like, everybody knows that this guy's cashing time and time again over my Discord. He's awesome. Love his soccer plays. You also get access to my Discord chat, though, to talk to me and other members. If you have any questions, you can just at me in the chat, and I'm pretty responsive. I'm pretty active in the chat. Everyone will tell you that. We have an awesome community that's extremely positive also. But along with getting the correlation slips, you also get my underdog streaks entries. We are so close to our streak right now. We are 4 picks away. I ended Ronald Blanco for today's slate, so if we cash this one today, we will be 3 picks away from turning $5 into $5,000. We are so close. So you get all that included in the DubClub, but I haven't even talked about my performance set, but I have personally profited over 90 units of profit this year and over 150 units of profit between the NBA, NHL, and the MLB. This is not exactly updated, so these unit totals are slightly off, but you know, it's only gone up because we just had a sweep yesterday. So seriously, don't miss out on joining. There will be that link in my description. If you click on that first link there telling you to join the DubClub, you will get access to a promo that will pop up right on the bottom of your screen. There are only a couple of spots remaining, so get in right now before they go away. We're going to get to these plays. One final thing is to make sure that you play responsibly, not at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here and subscribe. And if you have not already, turn those post notifications on. That way you can get in before these lines get bumped to get removed because it's PrizePicks. That happens all the time. But let's get to these free plays. My PrizePicks is glitching out right now, so I'm not sure why it's not on the board, but I like Jokic tonight over his points here at 27.5. If that's not available, I like his over 36.5 points plus assists as a pivot. I think both spots are great for Jokic tonight. The better hit rate is in the points plus assists. Not really concerned about that, though. He's just had lower assists in the series, but I think both spots are very good today for Jokic. He had a great game 1 in the series, though, where he dropped 42 points in that game. But the last 2 games here, he's been kind of bad. He dropped 17 and 20 points in the last 2 games here, so he was not super great. And last game was especially bad. He showed up to the game dressed as Joker just to shoot 32%. So, in overtime, by the way. So, not his best performance. He also happened to shoot over 10 from 3. So, but basically what I'm thinking here is that we are getting a pretty nice buy low spot here for Jokic, coming off of a pretty bad playoffs overall, at least at cashing this line. I would say he's been terrible in the playoffs, of course, just scoring points, kind of. But he's coming for 2 bad shooting games here between 38% and 32%, which is just really not like him at all, because as a whole this year, he's shooting 56%, which is crazy ridiculous. He's also had a pretty good season, though, against the Thunder also. Like, he's been pretty good for the most part, especially these 2 games here. But overall, I like how aggressive that he has been. Those shots just have to fall, which, again, is why I think we're getting a bounce-back spot for him here, because the usage has been great. In the 3 games of the series, he's at 37%, 30%, and 38.5% usage. That's awesome. That's what we're looking for. That's more than enough to cash 28 points here. His field goal attempts have also been very nice. He's had 16 in every single game so far, even in the blowout game against the Thunder. So games this year where he has at least 16 field goal attempts since he's had that in all 3 games of this series. And when he plays at least 32 minutes, if without a blowout, he's expected to see probably at least 40. But if you combine those 2 stats together, he's over in 71% of games so far this year. And of course, if you increase the minutes, the hit rate just goes up and up and up for the most part. So I think this line is just way too low for Jokic today based off of his field goal attempts, his usage, and the minutes that he's been playing as of late. So I think he's in a great spot now for Jokic against the Thunder tonight. I think it's a nice little bounce back spot coming off of 2 rough games here, the last 2. But overall, I think in game 4, he should go pretty crazy. Before we get to my next play, if you're not yet on Sleeper, it is, in my opinion, the best DFS app out there right now out of all of them so far. It's available in most states 18 years and older, and if you use promo code DOMG, you get a first in the deposit match up to $100. And I think you should also get a free score when you sign up. But what's also so good about this app is the promos that they run for all users every single day. Right now, we have a $5 protected CSGO pick, as well as a 25% profit boost that you can use until you win. So it's an awesome app, like I said. They have promos all the time. They really do care about their users, and they have promos going on all the time. And they also could offer a better payout than an app like PrizePicks. Like, for example, if you like Jokic PR rate tonight, for example, and maybe you like Chet's rebounds for tonight, it pays out a 3.22x over on Sleeper compared to maybe a 3x over on PrizePicks. So this app is awesome. Get it for yourself in my description. Be sure to use promo code DOMG. That'll get you a first deposit up to $100, and I believe you should also get a free square when you sign up. But don't quote me on that, but I think that might give you guys that free square also. Getting to my next play, we're going to head over to the MLB and then go back to the NBA for the third bonus play here. But this next play I like here is going to be over in the fantasy score category in the MLB, since we've been crushing it with these plays now, or at least for the fantasy score here. Like, you saw my underdog streak from earlier. We've cast like 7 plays, and I think at least 6 of them have been fantasy scores. So I've been killing it with these all year. I'm going to go with Pablo Lopez today, over 34.5 pitcher fantasy score against the San Francisco Giants tonight. I think he's in a great spot based off of my typical process here. Going off of the earned runs, the outslides, the strikeouts, and just overall seeing how he's been in wins, because the Twins are pretty big favorites today against the San Francisco Giants, which also puts them in line for the win. But in games this year where the Twins win and Pablo Lopez is pitching, he's been over this in 2 out of 3 games. The only game he missed right here was against the Los Angeles Angels, where he did not happen to have any more than 15 outs. And in this game, he's projected to go 18 outs, which is a massive boost to his fantasy score. If you're unfamiliar with the fantasy score layout and things like that, just kind of follow through me here. But in wins last year, he was actually over this line in 72% of games. And like I said earlier, though, he's projected for 18 outs in this game. He is a massive favorite to go at least 18 outs in this game. And you can see how he's been this year. He's only gone over his outs only twice this year, including that Angels game was one of the games where he missed, actually. So, and he missed by 0.5 in that game. You add 3 more outs there, that's at least, a couple more to his fantasy score in that game. So, overall, I think he's in a great spot, though, based off the outs line mainly, but also the strikeouts look pretty good, too. He's favored over 5.5, pretty juiced. That's what we're looking for there. That's what we want. Earned runs, extremely favored under 2.5. He has not yet to give up more than 2 earned runs this year. Another great sign for the over on the fantasy score. I think he is also in line for the win. Even with it being a plus 140, that would be a massive boost to his fantasy score if he could get the extra plus 6 to his fantasy score if the Twins were to win this game, or at least he falls into the pitcher win category. So I think he's in a great spot, though, for reserve fantasy score for pretty much all those reasons. We've been crushing it with the fantasy scores all year. Let's continue to do so with another winner today in the free play video. Now, getting to my third and final play, we're going to head back to the MLB. And again, if you want a third bonus play tomorrow, be sure to leave a like on this video here, because if we get to 175 likes, I'll drop a third play tomorrow also. The next play here I like is going to be Evan Mobley in his rebounds. I prefer his line here at 7.5, but you could play this one at like 8.5, 9.5, or whatever Godwin's on the board, all the way up to probably about 10.5. But I think 7.5 is just a great spot here for Mobley. I'd be surprised if he missed this line. So far in the playoffs, he has not been super great, at least last series, but in the first 2 games here he's played against the Pacers, he has been great. He's had 10 and 13 rebounds against them in the first 2 games of the series. Overall against the Pacers this year, though, he's been pretty good. He's had 12 and 13 in the first 2 games he played against them. Just was not in the playoffs. So I think it's a great spot, though, because if you factor in games where he plays, his high, normal 32-plus minutes, he's been over in 82% of games this year, with most of these misses here actually being against the Miami Heat, funny enough. At least those 2 playoff games right there. But he's played 35 minutes in both of his last 2 games here in the series, because he did miss the 1 game in the series, but came back last game where they had a pretty big blowout win where he played 35 minutes and had 13 rebounds. So I don't think 8 rebounds is too much here for Evan Mobley. I think overall he's in a very good spot, and I expect him to keep rebounding, a ton against this Pacers team that has been allowing a ton of rebounds. Like, they allowed a ton of rebounds last series to Giannis also. He had a game of 20 rebounds last series, and Mobley's had a great start to his rebounds also. So give me the over tonight for Evan Mobley and his over 7.5 rebounds. If you pair all 3 plays from today's video, you will get a 3.5x payout over on PrizePicks if all were to cash. That being Jokic over points, Pablo Lopez over fantasy score, and Evan Mobley over 7.5 rebounds for, again, a 3.5x payout. I'm not done with the free plays yet, but a couple of reminders. Don't miss out on joining the DubClub. Click on that link and there will be a banner popping up at the bottom of your screen, giving you a limited time special offer with only a couple of spots left. That gives you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone, and access to the Discord for community chat, my contributors' plays, underdog streaks plays, as well as PrizePicks correlation slips, which, again, we've cashed 3 slips in the last 3 days. We've been crushing on those correlation slips. Yesterday, we had 2 very, very tough misses, actually. We had a 1-leg miss in Bryson Stott there, and a 1-leg miss in Josh Nyler to have an RBI. In the final, I think it was like the 7th or 8th inning, he had 1 final chance. He had a guy on second. All he had to do was just get a base hit, and he got the RBI. That was a painful miss there, too, man. So We were very close to having it being 4 slips cashing in the last 3 days, but we'll take it. We've been profiting a ton off of these correlation slips. So don't miss out on joining. Go ahead and get in right now with that special offer, linked in my description. But here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. This tool here can show off the best bid value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some plays for League of Legends. They like some MLB fantasy score values right now on like Zach Wheeler under fantasy score, for example, as well as some CSGO and Call of Duty value. And you can also find some good value plays if you click on plus V plays and filter down to a 2-bit power play or simply a 5-pick or 6-pick flex. This tool is awesome. Get it for yourself by description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and then scrolling down. And again, be sure to use promo code DOMG. There's another tool from the same guy sold separately though called the AS Generator. This was over 2,000 units of profit since last year, and there are 25 slips currently on the board for apps like Underdog and PrizePicks. Right now on PrizePicks, there's a 6-pick flex which contains a value on Draymond Green under rebounds and assists, as well as some MLB value right now on Zach Gallen over strikeouts, or even Chris Sale over 4.5 hits allowed against the Pirates tonight. It has a 17.47% profit margin. If you click on Bet on PrizePicks, it puts it into PrizePicks for you just like that. This tool is awesome. Get it for yourself by description, but this time click on the slip generator and then scroll down and be sure to use promo code DOMG yet again. Thank you for watching. So in the next video, best of luck. If you want to submit over $5,000 profit on PrizePicks, you can watch this video on your screen right now.